Today I'm going to talk about water filters. We're going to talk about a couple of different styles that we sell in the shop, what they do, how to use them, and why they might be the right or wrong choice for you. I want to talk about the Katadyn tablets. I find them the easiest, the simplest. It's one tablet per 1 litre. They take 20 minutes to work and they kill everything in the bottle. There is a taste element to the tablet, kind of got to deal with it. It's worth noting, while the tablets might kill some of the nasties that are in your water, they won't do anything for what's floating around inside your water bottle. First one that I want to chat about just quickly is this. This is a Katadyn BeFree, and what it is, it's a hollow fibre filter on top of a soft flask. Now, what I really like about these is these fit really well inside pockets of bags. You can roll them up, they take up no space, but you've got a filter that you just squeeze and start drinking. You can squeeze it into a bottle, so if you've got an Nalgene there, you can squeeze and decant it. So this is a 600 ml, you can get a 1 litre version as well. So if you're taking this as your water filter, which is really nice and light, and then you're taking a Nalgene bottle, you can actually carry 2 litres of water nice and simply if you want to take it back to camp. Now, it's based on hollow fibre filter technology, so there's a few brands out there doing the same thing. LifeStraw is very similar, and they have a bottle and a filter, or you can drink straight from the water. I personally find that leaning over to drink from a puddle a little bit awkward, so that's why I really like these soft bottles that I can fill up and then drink from in a normal bottle method. Okay, so this is the MSR Trail Shot. What's really cool about this one is it's got a hose on it. It's effectively the same hollow fibre filter technology that you saw earlier with the BeFree, but this has got a little pump. Now you pump this with your hand, there's a lot of pumping, and then you get water that spurts out. Now, you can drink straight out of this as you pump it, or you can pump it into a bottle. Now, personally, I find the BeFree faster and easier than pumping this, but if you want to do some hand strengthening exercises, then this is a really good product. Look, and one of the key advantages with this is that it has a mesh filter on the end, so it does have a particulate filter. The advantage of the small particulate filter on the end of the hose is it does a bit of pre-cleaning for you. So in the BeFree bottles, you can pick up a few particulates, even though they don't come out through the filter. But it also means that, particularly in our high country here in Australia, we have some muddy, marshy bogs, and this enables you to put your hose down in one of those swampy areas and still pull out a bit of water that you may not want to pull out of with a BeFree, or you just can't reach down into that water source. I want to talk about another product. This is one that we don't sell. This is the SteriPen. Now, these came out a few years ago and they work on UV light. So they kill everything via UV. It's a really common filtration system in town water supplies and for treating a large bulk quantities of water as they move past UV light. You've got to immerse it into your bottle of water, and you've got to hold it in there for, I think it was, a minute. It's a really good travel piece. We're mostly focused on the store in remote hiking and backcountry, but if you're going overseas and you want to be able to treat water, say, straight out of a tap without running it through a filter, and you just want to be able to throw this in a glass of water or a bottle, then this is a really good product. The other thing to remember is you do need batteries for these, so you want to make sure that you've got a fully charged battery in it before you take it somewhere, or you want to be able to buy more if you need to. I'm going to talk about a couple of systems now that are more camp or multi-person orientated. There's a few systems out there. This is the BeFree in the 10 litre. So basically what they've done is taken the BeFree filter that I showed you earlier, this one just here, and they've attached it to a 10 litre bag. The advantage of this is you can attach a hose to the end, you fill this up with your dirty water, and you go and hang it from a tree, and then you've got water that you're able to continue to use at campsite, all 10 litres of it. So if you're camped a little bit away from a water source, then this is a really good solution because it gives you a 10-litre bucket, and it means that you don't have to walk to and from camp as you're refilling water bottles, as you're cooking. If you've got things like pasta and things like that that you've got to cook, which are going to take a little bit more water, then you've got a clean, fresh water source that you can use straight away. The last type of water filter that I want to cover off is pump filters. Now, there's a few different types out there, and there's effectively two different categories. So one is like this one. The one that I've got in my hand here is the MSR Guardian, and this is a bit of a beast of a filter. It's got a hollow fibre filter in it. This one actually back flushes itself, so it pumps the water in, flushes itself and pumps the water back out. Most hollow fibre filters will only last for 1,000 to 2,000 litres of water. This one, MSR state that you can get 10,000 litres plus out of it, and that's because of its unique backflush. Now, most pump water filters will also take a Nalgene screwed onto the bottom of them, which makes it really easy that put it in the water and pump away. Now, broadly speaking, in the category of pump filters, we have hollow fibre and we have ceramic. Now, hollow fibre is really good in that it gets a high flow rate, and you're able to rapidly fill your bottle. So the case with this one is it's about 2.5 litres per minute, so it doesn't require a lot of pumping. It's far easier than the smaller trail shot. You've got a bit of leverage and you can just pump away. Now, there's also filters on the market like one of the Katadyn's. There's also the MSR MiniWorks, and they're both ceramic filters. So the ceramic filters don't filter as quickly. Typically they've got an activated charcoal in there as well, so they do taste because the hollow fibres don't do taste. And in the case of the MiniWorks, it also does chemicals. That's something that hollow fibres won't filter out. They won't filter out the chemical element. It's really up to each individual to decide on what type of water filter is going to best suit where they're going. If you're in relatively clean water, hollow fibre filter technology is really good. It's fast, it's easy to use. If you're in a group situation, you may want one of the bags that hang from the tree, or you may want a pump filtration system that's nice and quick. If you're solo, you're light and fast, well, one of these pump filters, they weigh 500 grams, whereas one of those little B3s, this one just here, they're really nice and light. There's not a lot of weight to them, so it does mean that you can move fast, cover a lot of ground. If you're in areas with really clean water, you may be able to just use tablets. Now, I personally will carry tablets as a backup to whatever other filtration system I'm using, and that filtration system will vary depending on who else I'm traveling with and what I'm doing. It may be that I'm out for the day and I carry a B3. If I'm in a group with friends and we're kayaking, then something like a pump filter works really well because you're on this beautiful water source. You can just put it over the edge and pump straight out of the river. If I'm in a situation where I'm camping with my kids and we've got a group, then it's far easier to fill up a 10 litre, carry it back to the campsite and then filter it at the campsite. It's really up to you. There is no right or wrong filter. It's a matter about which one is the best for your circumstances.